You have reached Red Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'm your man, and today I'll be reviewing Transformers Legacy Elita-1. Transformers Legacy Elita-1. But before I get to the actual review, I just want to go over some of the awesome details on this packaging. Up front here, at the display window showing you both the figure and all of her accessories inside. The corner here of the 8+, which is the age requirement for this figure. Near the corner here, you have the Takara Tomy Transformers Generations logo. Along the side here, it says Transformers. In the middle here, you have this beautiful illustration of Elita-1 in her Cybertronian car mode. Over here, you have Elita-1. Below all of that, you have the Transformers Legacy logo, and down here you have the Hasbro logo. Down here it says it is a deluxe class figure. And on top of the packaging here, again you have the Transformers Legacy logo. And inside the packaging here, again you have two beautiful illustrations of Elita-1 in her robot mode. On the other side here, you have a montage of Autobots that are in Legacy, starting with Optimus Prime, Hot Rod, Prime Universe RC, Blaster, Bulkhead. Over here you see Cybertron. And down here you see the Transformers Authentic logo. Below all that again you see the Transformers Legacy logo. Then on the back of the packaging here you have all of the figure's features, such as Elita-1 in her robot mode, Elita-1 in her Cybertron car mode. And down here you have a QR code, and if you scan that QR code it takes you right to a website where you can read Elita-1's tech spec. And over here again you have the Hasbro logo. Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Elita-1. Elita-1 was released on September 23rd, 2022 with the suggested retail price of $24.99, and she was available at all major retailers. Elita-1 was released along with the other Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Wave 2 figures, Wild Rider, Prime Universe Knockout, and Predacon Tarantulas. Elita-1 is a Generation 1 inspired figure that converts into her Cybertronian car mode in 14 steps. Her accessories include 2 Energon rifles and instructions. Elita-1 stands 5.5 inches tall, and she is meant for fans ages 8 and up. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert Elita-1 from her robot mode all the way to her Cybertronian car mode. But the first thing you always want to do before you transform any of your Transformers, you want to remove all the weapons and accessories. I'm going to take our Energon Blaster here, I'm going to put it off to the side. Same thing with the other one. I'm going to unpeg it, put it off to the side. As the first step of the transformation, you want to take this bottom half right here, rotate it all the way around, just like that. Step number 2, you want to turn Elita-1 all the way around. You have this backpack up here. I'm going to put that backpack all the way up, just like that. Step number 4. I want to turn Elita over to the side. You got this backpack piece. You just want to bring it out just like that. Because in step number 5, you got a hinge joint right here. Apparently there's a panel underneath here that you need to flip out just like that. Step number 6. You want to take this whole backpack piece, bring it in and down just like that. Step number 7. So you take these arms here, right at the bicep, you turn them in just like that. Go ahead and do it to the other side. You got this forearm, you want to turn it in at the bicep just like that. Step number 8. You want to go take the fist and rotate them. The porthole's facing out that way. Get to the other side, take that fist, rotate so the porthole's facing that way. Step number 9 is a little tricky because there's a couple of steps you need to take in this step. First step is, in the forearm here, you have a little slot right there, a little tab right there. You gotta go ahead and you gotta take the forearm, you need to tab it right into place just like that. You want to do it to the other side, you want to go and tab that in place just like that. Because there's another tab right here in the back of the forearm. You want to make sure that tabs right into the roof just like that. Do it to the other side, you got that tab right there. So make sure this tabs right in place just like that. In step number 10, you want to go and turn Elita-1 all the way around. You get a couple panels on the inside of the leg, and there's a hinge joint. You want to go ahead and flip these panels all the way out just like that. Do it to the other side, pop that panel out, and flip it out just like that. Step number 11, you want to go ahead and turn Elita-1 all the way around. And right there between the legs, you got a tab and a porthole right there. All you want to do is go ahead and snap it together just like that. For step 12, get these leg pieces right here, and you got kind of double jointed hinge joint inside the leg. You want to go and bring that out just like that. Bring the other side out just like that. Step number 13, once you go and complete that rotation by bringing that panel in and tabbing it into places just like this. And again, you get a couple tabs. You got a tab right there, you got a tab right there. You want to bring everything in so it tabs into place just like that. For Elita-1's 14th and final step, you want to go and turn her around. You get these feet right here. You got a hinge joint. Just want to go and flip that in just like that. Do it to the other side. Go and flip it in just like that. And now you have Elita-1 in her Cybertronian car mode. Now that I have Elita-1 in her Cybertronian car mode and on my display table, just want to go over some of her play features and accessories first by talking about her Energon blasters. And according to the instructions, there's a way to arm Elita-1 while she's in her Cybertronian mode with these Energon blasters. The first Energon blaster I'm going to talk about is this one. Because each side of the Energon blaster here has a 5mm peg. Well, you can take one of those pegs and plug it in one of these portholes on the side of Elita-1's car. Right there or right there. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this one right there. Because the second blaster here doesn't have a peg on the side, it has more of a porthole. And I'll get into that later. On the bottom of that blaster, there's a 5mm peg, which is the handle. You just plug that right into the other side. And now you have Elita-1 armed while she's in a Cybertronian car mode. Pretty cool play feature. And there's also another way to arm Elita-1, because you go and take these Energon blasters and you can combine them into a Super Energon blaster, because like I said, inside of this blaster right here has two 5mm pegs. This one has the portholes. You just plug that right into one of those portholes, and now you have a Super Energon blaster. And right here you have this little remnants of her head, which is supposed to be her head during the transformation. And I'm not sure if that was an animation design from the cartoon series, because I do not recall what Elita-1 transformed into in the original generation cartoon series. So I'm assuming that this is part of her head, with remnants of her head during the transformation when she converted to her alt mode in Cybertron. But you have this peg right here, which is a little bit lower. You got that porthole now that you just freed up. Just plug that blaster right into the roof, and now you have Elita-1 armed with her Super Energon blaster while she's in her Cybertronian car mode, which is really, really cute. I really do enjoy it. I think it's a great play feature. But as you all know, I'm not a big fan of arming my Transformers while they're in their vehicle mode. So I'm going to take this blaster, put it off to the side. I'm going to put that remnants of the head back under the hood, because in the instructions it shows you that it's an accessory, but I didn't really see any reason to unpeg it during transformation, because it didn't really interfere with any parts of the transformation. But it's a pretty cool vehicle mode, and I didn't really do any research to find out whether or not Elita-1 transformed into this vehicle in Generation 1 cartoon series, which I'll probably do, but I'm sure it's very close to the animated model from the Generation cartoon series. Now that I have Elita-1 in her robot mode and on my display table, I once again want to go over some of her play features and accessories, first by talking about her Energon blasters. And there's a way to arm Elita-1 with these Energon blasters while she's in the robot mode. And that is because each one of these Energon blasters has a 5mm peg on the bottom right there, and right there. Each one of her fists has a 5mm porthole. You just plug these blasters right in those 5mm portholes, just like that, and just like that. And now you have Elita-1 armed with the Energon blasters. But Legacy has a very unique gimmick where you combine all the Energon weapons into a Super Energon weapon. And you can also do that with her blasters. So I'm going to pull these out of her hands. I'm going to show you how to combine the two weapons together. Because this blaster right here has two 5mm pegs on the side, right there and right there. And the other one has two portholes, right there and right there. You just take that peg and put it right into that porthole just like that. And now you have that Super Energon weapon. You can armor with that weapon by taking one of the handles right here and plugging it right into your fist. Just like that. And now you have the Elita-1 armed with her Super Energon blaster. A pretty cool, unique gimmick, and I think it's really cool that they molded the Energon blaster out of like a translucent blue plastic. And I'm not sure that's because it's supposed to be an Energon weapon or not. I think it's really cool. I'm going to go ahead and peg that. And I'm going to go ahead and put it back in her fist because I want to armor with two blasters. I think it's really cool. And I think Elita-1 is a really cool figure. And like I said, I did not really watch the Generation 1 episode that she was represented in. And I know she was in at least 2 of them. And I'm not sure if her animated model matches the animated model from Generation cartoon series perfectly with this figure because I have not watched the episode in a long time. But I have to say she is a nice looking figure in robot mode. The car mode I was a little bit iffy about. It looked kind of weird. But it is a Cybertronian mode. But other than that, Elita-1's a cool figure. Lots of points of articulation. Great proportion. And just a beautiful looking figure, just a beautiful sculpt. Let me just bring it in close so you guys see what it looks like from all angles. Very nicely done. The only one thing that's a notch against Elita-1 though is she does fall in that shell former category. And what a shell former is, where like a piece of the transformer, especially the backpack, folds out and goes around a robot, and the robot has very little involvement in the transformation. So that was the only setback with this figure, was that she wasn't really a transformer per se, but more of a shell former. And I know a lot of the Beast Wars figures kind of fall into that category. But other than that, she's a great figure. And right now, out of all the Elita ones I've seen and had, she's become my definitive one. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Red Steele's Historical Review. I'll check you guys out next time.